Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. It is very hot, very hot, sunshiny Sunday afternoon here in Lincolnshire in the UK. So if I remember to put it on at the start of the video, you'll have seen about 30 seconds state of my desks and their estate. Yeah, you'll probably notice that I didn't do a film. Was it Friday? Friday, I think I didn't put a film up, and then Saturday I put one up that I'd had spare. So I haven't been filming. I sat at my sewing machine for a couple of mornings in a row on a hard chair, and yeah, started my sciatic nerve playing up again. So yeah, I've been having to rest it. So today's the first day I've been out. It's Sunday and Neil's off, so we've been to the car boot. I've got a couple of little things to show you that I bought, and actually I managed around it fine, so that's good, because I was a bit worried for my holidays. But I took some painkillers, and I had frozen peas on my back before I went, and yeah, rested before and rested afterwards, and yeah, I was okay, so thank goodness for that. And it's hot. Oh boy, is it hot. I think we're at 30 degrees today. So it's lovely. I'm not complaining. I love it, but the extremes of temperature set your arthritis off. So the cold mainly really hurts it, but when it's very hot, that also sets my arthritis off. So just a little bit delicate. I'm all right. I'm doing all right, but you know, you're always telling me take a break when you need to, and I needed to, so I did. So yeah, and now I'm coming back to this. So it's going to take me the rest of the day to square this away, not square it up. Square it away. I'll square it up in a minute when we do a bit of crafting. And I've made myself dry now. I haven't bought a drink with me, and it is hot, so yeah, I might have to suck on a sweetie a few minutes while I clear my desk. But as you can see, I've got the sewing machine, or you probably saw I've got the sewing machine up here. Because I've done a lot of sewing. I haven't got them here next to me. I've been sewing round pages for journals in advance, and I've been sewing lace on them. Just moving my lace stocks along rather than them just sitting in the book pages, you know. So sewing them together so they're now just ready to grab and put in journals. I've also been doing a couple of covers in the 2 days. I haven't been crafting well. You know, while it's been bad, but I've been doing, you know, patchwork covers, which I haven't done before, sewing lots of bits of material, and I've really enjoyed it. I've just done that one onto a file folder look, stitched it all round before I put a back on it, so that one's all machine stitched. I love the blue. This is a doily. I left it as a pocket look on the back. A tea cloth that wasn't finished. It was embroidered but not finished. Beautiful blue. And that, I don't know if you've seen that, I've had that a long time. That's come off a tablecloth. I think it was Irish linen, could have been French, I can't remember. Beautiful tablecloth, but it had this monogram in the middle of it, and I was keeping it for something, but I love it on that. That's another piece of the embroidery from this one. So yeah, there's one cover you'll see in the not too distant future, but after my holidays. Here's another one that I've kind of started. I started doing sewing some of it on. Is that there's a needle on there? There probably was, but then stopped. I think I'm going to machine sew it. That's not easy to say, but again, lots of bits of patchwork. So yeah, you'll see those soonish. This is the stuff from the car boot. So I saw this last time I went. This was in the so the car boot I go to has also got the antique centre with it, and I looked at it and I thought, no, it's not for me. And then afterwards, when I came away, I thought, oh, now that would be something nice to do on my holidays actually, and then I could use it as a the front for a book cover when I come back. So it's Flower Fairy, and it's the Fuchsia Flower Fairy, and it's a DMC, so it's a good one. It's a counted cross stitch, but it is the official Flower Fairies one, so it's 5 by 7 inches when it's done, so that'll be just nice for a journal cover, won't it? So yeah, I've got that. I think I paid £6 for it. It wasn't particularly cheap, but it wasn't particularly expensive. In fact, that probably is quite cheap for a cross stitch actually. I just got some cheap and cheerful, although they're not bad for 50p, are they? Paint brushes. I don't buy them like this. They need softening up a little bit. But when I get bargains like this, I don't mind using them and throwing them away. Don't always wash me brushes in time, and then they get stiff, and you know, you know how it is. So yeah, they were a bargain for 50p. These were the two things that I'm really thrilled with. Well, I got a new blouse on the market as well. I never buy clothes from the market stalls. Yeah, but this was Italian linen. You know, it's got all the labels in it. It was £20 and it's beautiful. Just what you want for this time of year. It's a little bit oversized, you know, one size fits all, that kind of thing. Beautiful. So, but apart from that, these were my my precious buys. So one from the car boot, this one. Can't really get it there because of this. Let's move this. Shall we make use of the floor for now? Oh, it won't be. I haven't got my light on as well, I don't know. Is that better for you? Sorry. So it is Woman's Journal Souvenir, the coronation of, oh goodness, now then, it was the old Queen's father, so our King's grandfather. What was his name? That's terrible, isn't it? George. Yeah, King George, May 1937. And it is well, it's like a big thick magazine really. It's got loads of fabulous adverts, loads of them in it. Look at that. Reduce 3 inches in 10 days. My goodness. It won't cost you a penny. With Wonder Fabric. It must take 10 days to get on then, I'm guessing. Goodness me. Yes. Well, anyway, moving along. I'm going to have hours of fun reading this, aren't I? But oh, there's a story in it. There's a couple of stories in it. How to lose a man and how to lose a woman. I'm assuming there's quite a few stories in it, but there's lots of adverts. Now look, there's our old Queen and her sister Margaret. Elizabeth and Margaret. Oh wow. Yeah, I won't spend forever looking through it. Let me just pull a few pages, otherwise I'll get lost in it. Oh, some nice embroidery, look. Oh, the British Empire. That's a little bit, look at those. Now, I didn't see those when I bought it. Beautiful. So yeah, my idea was, I just liked it when I bought it, but I thought afterwards to take it, you know, apart and just put odd pieces in journals as it is, just folded up as beautiful, because it's amazing ephemera, isn't it? I can't believe it was £1 when I asked her. Her stall was beautifully laid out. She had lots of things on it, and I thought, I bet that's expensive, but it's really nice. I'll ask. So I said, how much do you want for this? She said, and she questioned it like I might knock her down. She said, £1, and I thought, crikey, O'Reilly, isn't that amazing? So chuffed. It's very rare you find things this good at that sort of money. Ankle wobble. Oh dear. I remember when these shoes came back in fashion the second time round. As a teenager, they were all the rage, these old-fashioned shoes. Lady Jane hairnet. Love it. Yeah, I'm going to have hours of fun just looking through that as I cut it up. So yeah, amazing for £1. And then this one, which I got inside the antique centre, which wasn't £1, this one was £3.50. So a huge difference. But this is from, it's got the date written on it, look. The 14th of the 5th. I can't tell if it's 52, 54 or 56. I think it might be 56. And it's an I Spy. And there's a whole set of them you can see on the back. And it's like, I mean, look at the gorgeous rusty, main camera, yeah, the rusty pins and the mottling on it. So yeah, they're like books you would fill in when you go on a day out. So going to the seaside, all the things you found, jellyfish and crabs and shells, the Coast Guard, a sand yacht, fish, yeah, the birds, lovely, loved that. And I thought the same thing. I thought if I take those staples out and take it apart, they're going to be nice, you know, authentic pieces of ephemera to put in. So that's it. That's all I got, I think. That's all I can think of anyway. But I did remember last night, actually, as I was going to sleep, that I was going to do a draw, wasn't I? I'll have to go back and look now at my my video that I had made a couple of, and I don't know where they are. Well, they could be up there in that sort of scrappy book things like this, and I was going to give one away and do a draw for it. I sent one off to somebody that bought a journal, which I know you watch regularly. What journal have I just sold? I can't remember. Oh, the sewing journal. I think I sent one off with that, but I'm going to do a draw for another one. So I was going to do it now, but I haven't got the names down or anything, so I can't, can I? You noodle. So yeah, sorry I forgot, but I've remembered now. So I'll do it tomorrow. So tomorrow is Monday. Neil's back at work Monday, so it will be on Monday's video, that draw, or Monday during the day sometime. Might put it up first thing. So sorry guys. Yeah, I said I was going to draw it last week, I'm sure. So it's still here. I'll dig it out and I'll do the draw. And yeah, I've got all these on here as well, so I might draw two and send another one to somebody. So this is stuff that I want to sort of clear up. To the left of me, I'm not going to pull onto camera because it's a journal that I'm about to start, and I will be sharing it with you maybe while I'm on holiday, hopefully while I'm on holiday, so that might be what you'll see while I'm away. So today is Sunday for Scrappy Sunday, isn't it? So I've got my scrappy box under here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I have got these here. I don't know what I'm doing with these either. So I think these are probably just waiting to be stitched, are they? Or maybe they're done, I can't remember. So these are from a previous, I think they must be stapled. Oh no, I've sewn them, look, so they are ready to go. So yeah, I'll draw a couple of names, and I'll send a couple of pieces off to each person that is drawn. Did that only go around twice? Look, I can't fasten it now. I'll just do a loose knot in it for now, because they're obviously finished and ready to go. Yeah, there's 3 there, and the one that I was going to do, so I'll send 2 each to the 2 winners. Yeah, I found this while I was looking for something the other day. I think you can probably tell that I suddenly stopped. I suddenly stopped filming, and I was in a bad way and never really came back and did anything. So it's one of my postcards, this, that I've obviously photocopied and cut it a bit wonky, what have you, but it's all right. And this was on my desk and fell on top of it, and I thought, oh, now that makes quite a nice journal card, doesn't it? I'm just going to put a stamp on there, and yeah, then I'll pop it into my, I want an oldie worldy stamp, or not one of red, yeah, Denmark. Yeah, and then it's a piece, or 2 pieces actually, off my desk, isn't it? Still no sign of the glue tips, so I'm going to have to go on and ask for a refund, aren't I, and order another one from somebody else. So if anybody's had one recently in the UK, you could always let me know where you got it from, which, I know Amazon, but which company. Saved me having the same issue twice. It doesn't look to me like it's coming. It's not the first time that I've ordered something from Amazon that has never ever arrived, and you know, on a later inspection it looks like it's come from abroad, a long way, you know, the east, the far east. Although, like I say, it did say USA direct, but that doesn't mean it's coming from the USA, does it? Definitely not. Just seeing, you can see the creases in her skirt, look. I would think it would be pretty difficult to keep them crease free, that big an item. And with the materials that they had in those days. Love them though. It probably could well be silk, couldn't it? That could be why it's all greased up. Who knows? Yeah, that's just a nice piece of, like I say, it probably wants straightening up down there, and it'll want distressing, but for now it can go in my pile of ephemera. And then this, and I've still got some of these not done somewhere, but where they are I don't know. So this is from the yes, what's it from? A long time ago, wasn't it? Tashy Treasure and Friends Facebook group challenge. Got this wallpaper here as well. Let's have the scrap box out, and then we are doing scraps, aren't we? Just put something pretty on it. to make it summery, I think. Tie it into some summer colours, and then maybe we'll use it in one of the journal covers you've just seen. We've got a nice butterfly there. What have we got that's grabbing us? Greenery. That one's pretty. Let's see what else. Oh, Will Morris put the pretty. Oh, these are summery as well. Look, okay, let's just put that back under for now because not a lot of room going on here. So shall we have the butterfly in the middle or on the back? Well, let's have it in the back. Yeah, and we've got upside down writing, so I could just put it in as is, couldn't I? I'll just make it a little bit torn around there, and then hope it still covers the writing. Yeah, that's nice. I might still put that in now, and it can be drying. So it's from a piece of scrap paper that somebody sent me, actually, I think. Scrap digital paper, not digital, not printed. Yeah, scrapbook paper. That's what I was trying to say. You know, like a scrapbook pad. Am I making sense? Oh, lovely. Okay. So what colours do we? I'm doing some bluish journals actually, so let's have some of these beautiful blues out. I'm pretty sure these have come from Tanya. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Little sample type pages. Love the ditzy patterns. So are you flaps loose? Oh, you're not. You're probably tucks. What about a piece of this down here? Oh, shall we leave champagne showing? Champagne question mark? In the pantry. So I want to tear it, I think, because I've torn the top, so let's see if I can tear it in a reasonably straight manner. It sounds like the trees are blowing around out there. It's there's definitely no breeze in the back, but maybe it's breezy in the front garden here, the front of the house. I can't feel it coming in the window though, but the sun hasn't quite come round yet, I'm pleased to say. That's why I've come up to get this done before it actually hits. I have noticed that the sun is, you know, changing its angle and its time as it moves along. So a newish house, we've been in a year, but it's still starting to, still learning, you know, where the sun comes and when and at what time of year and that kind of thing. I don't mind one straight edge, I don't want two. So that's pretty, isn't it? So we can still see its book page because we've got the very bottom turned over line showing and that champagne question mark. Then I thought we might put some of the darker blue. Oh, just a font funny bin so I can't get in it. Perhaps some of this darker blue. Oh, there's an even darker one here, isn't there? Look, quite like this one though. On these. Now, shall I just couldn't work out where the triangle went then? Cover the whole thing. Do you think I can? Oops. Yeah, it was very, very hot round the car boot this morning. And Simba wouldn't come in when we went, so I was a bit concerned about him outside. Neil opened his shed. He's got a really big, we call it the man cave. It's probably the size of not quite the size of a garage, but a very big shed anyway, that he keeps all his fishing gear and, you know, tools and goodness knows what in. So, yeah, whenever you go in it, Simba does like to be in. And it's very dark and it's very cool in the back recesses, so we opened that. Whether he went in it or not, I don't know, but he seemed quite cool when we got home. He didn't seem... And I'm barely taking anything off, am I? Not about right, I think. think it is. Just shave it a bit. This isn't exactly straight, I think, and that I've got a straight edge from the paper. Yeah, that'll do. But so yeah, it's fine. But he has come in and well, he went straight upstairs. He ate and then went straight upstairs. Ate a little bit, and I said to Neil, I think the cat's hot, and he's gone to bed where it's cooler, because we're keeping the curtains and everything shut upstairs and the windows open, trying to keep it coolish. Anyway, I forgot about him, so we had a lovely salad, put our feet up and had a cup of tea, and then I said, oh, I better go upstairs and get this film done before it gets too much hotter up there in my room. And yeah, I came upstairs, and who wandered out my room with sleepy eyes? So I'm not quite sure where he slept in here, but he slept in here. Oops. Because I'm leaving the doors propped open, the windows are open, and I've got all the doors propped open so they don't bang, just to, let the breeze through from one side of the house to the other. It is working, it is keeping it coolish. So yeah, cheeky little man. He's had a sleep in here. And I shouted down to Neil, he said, well, when you said he was upstairs on his own, I had a feeling he might be. Because he always makes a beeline for it when the door's open. That's pretty, isn't it? I'm thinking that I might like a word on there. We'll see what presents itself to us. Oh, we've got those in there. Oh, happy. Happy's a nice one, isn't it? Happy goes with anything. Do we like happy? We do. It's very symmetrical. Yeah, Simba. There's more to tell. So, I'm sure I've told you the beginning of this story. Well, not this story, but a similar thing that happened previously, where I was sat in my in the living room with my feet up on my recliner, and a cat that wasn't ours appeared at Simba's food. So Anil was sat on the settee. I said, oh no, because the recliner takes a while for your feet to go down. You can't just jump up. It's electric. So I know there's a cat in the kitchen that's not ours. As I was trying to get my feet down, lost the lid. There it is. So Neil jumps up as well. So we both jump out as this cat, and Simba was there as well with it. Wanders out the back door and just sits down outside. Huge cat, and I mean huge. Simba looks like a kitten next to it, a teeny tiny kitten. And they're clearly friends, neither of them are spitting and swearing at each other. In fact, I think Simba probably invited, I think it's a she, her home to eat his dinner, because, like I say, he was with her. And oh, enormous, absolutely enormous cat. It's obviously, some kind of a breed where they're huge. And she had a diamond necklace on for a collar, beautiful. But she definitely wasn't bothered about us in the slightest. She wasn't scared that we were around or anything like that. She was like, it's a bit hot, do you have to chase? And yeah, so she went and laid in Simba's shaded favourite spot. And he was looking at us like, oh, am I allowed cats around here? So we both sat outside in a deck chair to see, what was happening as regards them. Did we need to kind of shoo it off and what have you? I don't know how we'd have done that, because she was quite sure of herself. She wasn't going anywhere in a hurry. Now I don't know if that's just because of the size of her. But yeah, Simba went up to her and put his nose on her face. I've just found a coffee dyed envelope I'm going to play with some scraps. And she kind of pulled her face back a bit like, oh, what are you doing? But not far enough to move or anything. So yeah, they're definitely friends. Whether they're an item or not, I don't know. Tell you. But I've told you a few times I've heard a cat leave as I've opened the back door. I think it might have been this one. Yeah, definitely friendly. They're not falling out or anything. So, but I'm gonna have to be even more vigilant with my back door now. I mean, I don't leave it open when I'm not around. But I was in in the front room, and I'm sure because it's so cheeky and laid back, I'm sure it'll wander in again like. I'm also now picking his food up in a bid to make him eat. I put it down. If he turns his nose up at it, I'm picking it up, and his biscuits and everything, and either putting it in a bag and, you know, putting it in a cool cupboard, or throwing it out. It's just not, I don't want it sitting around anyway because of the heat of at the moment. It would just make the house smell and it'll go sour, and he definitely won't eat it when he comes back to it. I'm just going to collage this. They're nice, aren't they? I love this green. Again, this, it was big sheet, I think, but I think it was put all of it down now. I think it was Happy Mail. It might not have been, I might have got it in a pack, but I seem to think it was Happy Mail. So this is more Sunday, isn't it? Collaging. Let's just collage some pieces and see what we get. Oh, I'm absolutely melting. Yeah, I'm going to do it with this glue because it's easy. It's to hand. No stress crafting today. So I'm hoping, like I say, Neil's at work tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get up early and get the windows fully open. I don't open them really wide on a night because the cat gets up on the windowsill. And Neil laughs at me, he says he's not stupid enough to jump out the top floor window, but one, I'd rather not take the risk. I'm looking for a, that's it. And yeah, when I first got him, obviously I still clean them, but I don't polish them anymore. I used to polish my windowsills when I dusted, you know, with furniture polish, and they were quite slippy. And he jumped up on the bedroom one once and did collide into the window because his feet went, you know, as they would on polished furniture if you jumped on it. So yeah, you could fall out of them. Like I say, I don't like that, but it doesn't go to the edge. I don't polish them now, I just do them with a wet cloth. But so, like I say with these envelopes, sometimes it's nice to leave, seeing as I've coffee dyed it, some of it showing, otherwise what's the point of coffee dyeing them? I might as well have done it on a white envelope. But I know the edges and what have you are covered, whereas before, when the envelope was white, they would have stood out, wouldn't they? But we need to embrace the coffee dye. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I don't leave the windows fully open. So tomorrow I think I will get up early, as Neil leaves. No earlier, that's early enough. And yeah, open the windows wide because I close them so that even if he does fall against them, they're only open enough for air, not for a cat to fall out. Open them wide and get some, yeah, cool evening air in, hopefully. There still will be some. Because I definitely need to get 2 videos, if not 3 done tomorrow, because I love that on there. I think I want it ripped. Yeah, I need to film for my holidays. I've got 1, I think, done so far. I did have 2 with that one that you saw yesterday, but I had to use it. So yeah, and I only got exactly a week, so 7 days. So yeah, I need to do a minimum of 2 every day, but I'd like to get 3 done a couple of days so that I can, you know, have a day off. So I've got, you know, packing and organising and what have you to do as well. I put some lace around that. Okay, what should I have on the back? Shall we use some stuff that we've got out here, or shall we have some more? I love that picture. I might put it on the inside. That's sewing. Let's have some more out. That's definitely summery, and that's Memory of the Meadows, and I love it. This is 2. I think this might be from a new kit that you may or may not have seen yet. Oh, what colours have I got on the front? Not sure. That one definitely goes though. So we've kind of a deep green, so we need to be in the pinks, don't we, not purples. Can you see? Don't know if you can see in there. That's nice. Oh. Okay, let's look at these. Just saw something nice then. Wait a minute, come back. Where did you go? Ooh. Okay, let's move that out of the way because there's no room here. I'm liking this piece. I like to start with a big piece. Yeah, it's just a tad, tiny tad too big. A tiny tad. That well-known measurement. Yeah, lovely. The edges will probably be covered, but I'll ink them anyway because the white card is showing. That's it. So what's this going to be? We're going to have it just as a journal card, I think. Yeah. Or, oh, shall we? Let's put some pockets inside it. That's a good idea. Seems we've made pretty on the front and back. We'll make it a little add-in. A floating pocket, is that what they are? Yeah. We'll make it a little floating pocket. Maybe you can go on the inside then. Oops. Oh, I've got double for my money there. I do like that. Doesn't really go next to that. And the only other thing is I do want some, like I said, some of my envelope showing. No. Oh, I've got the same one in green though, look. Oh yes. I was just thinking about a strip on top of that, both sides. And then leave some coffee dye showing. Yep, like that. Actually, you can see the flap where it's been glued down there, quite like that as a feature as well. It is the flap, is it? No, it's not. It's look, because it's not a flappy envelope, but there's a line down it. Made me think it was a flap. Now these are beautiful daisies. And again, just a tad too big. That was it. Oh, sorry for the bang. Woke you up at the back. Ooh. There's so much. It's not that I don't want to craft. There's so much I want to do. So many things I want to sit and play with. But, you know, with going away, I was quite annoyed with myself that I'd set my sciatica off. And it's got to have been sitting. Made it a bit short now. Look. Sitting at that table. On that chair, really. Not at the table. So, yeah, I'll keep my sewing machine up here for a while. And what I'll do is, because I've still got lots of sewing to do after my holidays. Not before. I'll keep lifting it over onto this table, moving it over, or getting Neil to one or the other. And no, don't know that I want anything else on here, do you? Maybe across that way. Yeah, so I'm sat in my proper chair. This chair, it obviously makes a big difference. And not so for quite so long. You know what it's like when you get into a new project. I was just, because I don't always feel like sewing, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll sew this, and I'll say, oh, and I'm going to sew some of them. Oh, and while I'm here, I might as well, you know, and I've got 1,000 sewing projects, some done, some not, that I actually want to do. So bad back stopped play. Well, it's not actually my back, the pain is in my legs. And it took me, you know, an hour or two to realise it was sciatic pain. But yeah, it definitely is. You're very white in there, aren't you? Let's just give you a little buff up. Yeah, like that. So we're going to make this into journal space. No, we're not making it into journal space. Check. We're making it into pockets, aren't we? So we could have pocket one side and journal the other. What do you think to that? I just want to put this in because I don't want to lose it and forget about it and what have you. so I've got about 4 big journals on the go. Not stitched yet, but nearly made, so I want to get all this summer ephemera into these journals before winter hits. So I want something across the middle. Oh, you do go that way up, that's good. Now that would make a nice side pocket. I don't think I want it gusseted, do I? No. It's nice roses and text, that's what I was trying to say. See a bit of text on it. A bit of green, so it goes with the theme. Oh, look, that's nice. Green stripes on the back. Yeah, I'll put it inside so it's not on the edge. Can we back that and put it in there as a tag? I think we will. Okay, that'll be another piece of scrap to back it onto. Piece I've been hoarding forever and a day. It came in Happy Mail. So I'm leaving that little white top on. I have to go that way because it won't fit that way. I think I will. Just gives it a bit of a border, doesn't it? So I think this is out of the Laura Ashley book. Yeah, I think it is. Just an image that I cut out of it. Might even leave a bit of the backing paper showing around the edge because it is vintage paper, this one as well. That is age, not ink. So I think it'd be better if it's torn rather than cut. I'll give it a good burnish so that it stays where I want it to. Yeah, that's it. Might be better doing this with the ruler. Let's see. Oh, you can see it's vintage when it breaks like that, can't you? Yeah, that's a nice piece for in there. The lines are going the other way, but we can't have everything, can we? So I kind of wanted something down there. Oh, that's pretty. If I make it torn both sides, just to give the not the spine, what is it, the fold a little bit of extra strength. Oh, missed the bin. Right. Yep. Oh. Oh, I will be pleased when I get a new glue nozzle. I bet you will be too. You can stop hearing about it. Oh, I didn't even ink the ends, look. Just need to put a crease in it, that's it. Ouch. There. Oh, I've got bits of paper flying everywhere. Out we go. So what do I want up here? A label. Let's go for a label. Oh. Perfect. Wasn't that quick. I've even impressed myself there with my speedy choice. I've just seen these here. Let's have one of these in that pocket as well. Oh, beautiful daisy. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, where'd my label go? Oh dear. It's lovely to be back playing again, I have to say. Yeah, I was most sad, I think, with myself for a little bit because I'd made my back hurt and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. Oh dear, made a mess now with the glue. So it's nice to be back playing again. Yeah, I think that's nice journaling space there. A bit of journaling, a bit of pretty, and a couple of pieces of tags. Yeah, ephemera. You could do with a tag in him, couldn't he? Okay. Don't think I want to do another one of those. Let's have a look what we've got in here to play. Oh, I've got this piece of wallpaper, look. It's been sat under a book. Obviously, I was trying to straighten it out. So I've had it a long time. I love this paper. It's nearly gone. So it's wallpaper border. It's a lovely... what shall I do with it? I want it to be seen. That one especially. That bit big for a pocket front though. Or is it? You know what I'm thinking? We've creased it there anyway, so let's tear it there. Would it be too much if I had that one on top of that one? A bit full on, isn't it? Right, let's put it on top of something and make that the pocket. So you're not going to find anything in there, I don't think, Denise. You need something a bit bigger than that. Yes. Not quite this big. I'm going to cut it down a little bit, but not a lot. I want to keep the as much of the actual pattern. Let's measure it. Right, I'm just gonna pull that pin in there for now. There. That's how they come originally. Oh no, that's how the things that I haven't got. So 13. So it would fit in most of my journals widthwise, but just I don't like them too close to the spine of Big Pocket because it can interfere, it can get bulky. It might make a nice front or back pocket, you know, on the actual journal, might it? So we're probably 12 3/4 inches now. Oh, we're less than 12.5 centimetres now, so we should be fine. I'm just wondering about a plain lower pocket on it, so we can make it into a triple, couldn't we? Maybe. Let's keep a piece of that out then. That's just a piece of old file folder. And I don't think you're going to be big enough, are you? No, I don't think I do want to hide the bottom with that. I don't like it hidden. And they're not big enough, so. It might be nice on a book page. Have I got any more of that book page? You know what I'm thinking? It was from the butterfly book, wasn't it? Oh, I've got a piece of Edith here. I have. Oh no, I really want. Let me just grab a few pages. Oh, that Edith one. I've got these watercolour pieces as well. Oh, I was thinking something like that. That's what I was thinking. Right. Never short of book pages in this room. Right, let me just put this back under because it's got all the room. That's it. It's a lovely butterfly there. Yeah, let's have this page then. Oh, don't be ripping in the wrong place for me. February. Oh, crikey, I'm going to save that because it's really pretty. I was thinking of putting it on that folded in half, but it's not going to fit. Oh, it doesn't have to be folded in half though. You know, to go in a journal. Yes. Okay, let's just get it. Probably not making any sense to you whatsoever, but I don't want it too big. Just back a little bit. There. Yeah, there. That will just about fit in a journal as a as a page. But the pocket will already be attached. Might be nice stitched round actually, might it? I don't want to cut all that interesting top off, but I think that would be nice stitched round. And I'm thinking it would make a nice side pocket. Ooh. That is a pigeon. It sounds like a cuckoo a little bit, doesn't it? It's a pigeon. Was it yesterday? When was it that I was sat here? Is that the biggest one of those I've got? No. This one sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but I think this is nice thick paper. I must have been sat in here yesterday for something. I wasn't here long, I know that. I maybe tried it and then was struggling. Because I was sat here at the desk and there was an almighty bang at the window and a pigeon had flown into it. And I mean almighty bang, so he must have hurt himself. Right, it's nice to have that line at the bottom for me to get this straight. Yeah, I could stitch around it that way then, couldn't I? And that make a nice. As soon as I'm into my sewing, everything on my machine. And then that's another page, you know, to go in a journal. Yeah, I really did. I jumped out of my chair practically in my heart thud. Now, there are a couple of big trees in the front. Biggish trees, not really big. Garden. Right, now I've cut that out. Look, February is showing and I don't want it to. I have to put some paper in there. Yeah, and I think, straighten up. I was lucky that it was on slippy, slidey paper then. Yeah, I think they've probably got a nest in there, so it could be a young. I think I was saying to you the other day, wasn't it? I'm sure they have more than one lot of young in the season, because they're always, you know, building nests and chasing each other around and what have you. Yeah, so that can go in. That can be a short page, or it can be, you know, have something added onto it, and it can be decorated in the journal. So I want something. What do I do with the pin out of there? Just glued on that February bit. I might as well use a piece of this paper here. Oops. Doesn't need a lot, does it? But would that be better? Yeah, I think something like that would be better. I need to be able to slide it in though. I'll have to go with a bit of this, I think. Oops. Can tell I haven't had this open for a few days. The bottle itself actually is really hard. It's normally quite easy to squeeze this bottle. Don't know what that's all about. Unless I'm just particularly weedy today, which is quite a possibility. So it's been so red hot, I haven't even been coffee dyeing paper because I can't even bear to walk in the greenhouse door. Oops, not stuck down. I don't know how the cat can still go in. He does, and he is. Right, I don't want you to stick down there. I don't want you to stick down at the side. Mind, it is going to be, I maybe didn't put much on, it is going to be stitched. I have a feeling I might even have pulled it off because there was a bit of paper loose under there. Oh, that's in a state, isn't it? Get in. Yeah, I've got glue under there now. Look. I don't want you sticking down. Just you. It's quite a nice big pocket, that, actually. Yeah, stitch it round and then maybe put a label. Shall I put a label on it now? Something like that would be nice in the bottom. That's quite pretty. What else we've got? Smaller. Oh, that's a pinkish one. You know me, there's another pink one here. I do like my pink. Doesn't go with a circle there, does it? A fancy one. No, nothing too fancy. Let's choose from that then. Oh, I knew you wouldn't go back because I haven't got a very good view. So that was the first one originally. Quite like, it's got little ferns on it, I think. Well, that kind of goes in with the blues. And it's very fancy. So I like that one still. No, that's too pink. That one's a no. Where'd I put it? This one just needs some border for me to decide. Looks like a bit of Will Morris. Mollis? Okay. I like it. Maybe that's a bit shouty. So the big one with the fern. I think I like that smaller one, you know. Oops. It's playing Skittles with my glue. Oh. Double-sided. Look at a different colour on the back as well. Good job I didn't see that beforehand. I wouldn't know which one to pick, would I? Lovely. Gosh, is it 50? I can't believe I've been 50 minutes. I must have been gossiping. Crikey. I only got 3 bits done. Mind, I did look through that book and ooh and ah over it quite a bit, didn't I? That does not look very straight, Denise. It isn't. Yeah, I might have to put something over that now to disguise the fact that it's not very straight. Yeah, 3 pieces are all I made, but we did make quite a decent piece here. Are you stuck together? Oxeye daisy, that is. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe it wants a bit of stamping up there when we use it as well. Love that though. Love this. It's really nice. It does make me happy looking at it. It just needs a... I've ripped it. How did I manage that? Are you not open down there? Oh, Denise. It's a very brittle book, I think, is the thing. That's it. What have I ripped? Oh, just straight down there. I'm going to have to put something on that now. See if my tape's here. Oh, it's not. Oh my, I do need to tidy my room up. My table, it's over here. This is always good for a rip when you don't want to particularly put colour on anything. Look at that one. That won't rip now, that's on. Oh, what I was trying to do is say I think they're open. That one definitely is. Yeah, they are. They're open. Put little tucks up there. Maybe it wants a little bit behind as well. Lovely. Okay, and that is not really done, is it? Yeah, I'm not very pleased with that. I might have to put a bigger one over it. But it will come to something when it's stitched, and yeah, I'll probably stitch it first and then put a bigger label over it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Like I say, I will be doing the drawing for that little booklet, and one of these will be going with it. If you win on Monday, tomorrow. I'll leave them in the middle of my desk so I can't miss them. And the other 2 I'll send to, I'll draw two people out. But you need to get your names to me once I've done that before the weekend. By Wednesday would be good. Just recently people have been getting them to me the same day, so that's brilliant. Yeah, I think after Thursday I won't be posting at all, so just remember to put my shop on holiday as well. Okay, so it's been lovely to be back. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me. I don't know, I'm showing you those. These are what we're looking at. And I'll see you here tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.